This is Nick Nielsen, Men's Scientist of Muscle, and what we've got today here is a challenge workout. Now, I just turned 49 years old today. What I'm going to do here is deadlift, trap bar deadlift, 490 pounds for 49 reps to commemorate that. Yeah, I'm a little bit crazy, what can I say? Now, how I'm going to do it is kind of the key thing here. I'm not going to try and blow out 49 reps in a row. I'm not going to do it in sets of multiple reps. What I'm going to do here is EMOM cluster training. So you probably never heard of it before. I've never heard of it before. I came up with it just in order to do this, essentially. So what happened to me last year is I did 48 times 480 pounds. As I was getting to the end of that, I started to realize next year I'm going to need to change it up a little bit, incorporate a little bit more rest. So what I'm going to do here are blocks of 5 reps every minute on the minute. So one single, etc. for 5 reps. Then instead of resting 1 minute, at the end of that block of 5, I'm going to rest 2 minutes. And then I'm going to do another block of 5 reps, EMOM every minute on the minute style, and keep doing that basically until I hit 49 reps total. If I need to adjust rest upwards a little more, then I'll do that on the off cycle time, in between time I should say, but I'm going to try and stick to that and keep with the blocks of 5 singles and then 2 minutes rest, 5 singles, 2 minutes rest with the minute in between. So one more quick point here before I get into it. You'll see in the video when I'm doing this, and I'll record this whole thing straight through. I'm going to do what I call a crotch stuffer deadlift, where basically I take a rolled up towel, stuff it in the front of the training belt. What this does, I find, is mimics a power lifter's bloat, which sounds funny, but it's actually legit. Basically that extra bulk out in front allows more efficient leverage and better bracing in the core. I find it actually can literally increase your strength in the deadlift by 30 to 50 pounds instantly. It works. It looks stupid as anything, but it absolutely works. And it helps save your back, helps you be stronger, it helps and will help me get more reps and complete this challenge. So here's what it looks like, and I'll come back to you after I'm done. So, done. Now, what you might have noticed very quickly in the opening bit there is I actually screwed up the weight. I started at 480 and did 15 reps at 480. Once I figured that out, I switched to 490 and did the remaining 35 at 490. And I say 35 because I added on an extra rep, basically just to keep myself honest. And there's the timer going off right now. So, could I have done 490 for 49? Absolutely, but I did 490 for 35 plus 480 for 15, and I'm not going to start again at that point. So we're going to call it even, and next year should be interesting because that's going to be 500 for 50. And you know, what I'm going to do is give a run through on how I trained for this. Basically, I had been slacking a little bit of my training. I had so much family stuff going on that I wasn't able to train as regularly over the prior few months. I came back from a trip and said I had 2 weeks to prepare for this. So what I'm going to do here is 3 compound exercise overload workouts. So I started reloading creatine, and basically to prepare to, because I had been off creatine for a few months, reload the creatine, do a CEO workout on day 1. Next workout, upper body, no spinal loading, no heavy leg work, no posterior chain work. Then day off, and then the next workout again, compound exercise overload training. Now, what CEO training is 40 minutes, starting with a weight you could normally do 8 to 10 reps with. You do a set of 3, you rest 30 seconds, you do another set of 3, and then you rest 30 seconds. And you keep going with that weight until it would really be tough to get 3 reps. You don't go to failure. So basically, I would go get 2 reps and say, okay, I know if I'd really have to fight to get rep 3, so I'm going to drop the weight by 20 pounds and keep going. So, for example, first day I did 405, and then for a few minutes, and then dropped the weight down to 385, then 365, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So at that first day, I ended up finishing at 255 pounds. That was after 40 minutes straight of doing that kind of basically rest pause training that much through. Now, the next workout that I did, which would have been after a day off, an upper body after a day off, and then doing this again, I went up 10 pounds, went to 415. And then by the time I was done, I ended up at 285. So that's a 30-pound increase in basically strength levels, base strength levels. Now, again, day off, upper body day off, and then one final workout. This, I started at 425, ended up at 305. So again, another 20-pound jump on that. So what this did is prepared me for tremendously high volume work output, essentially, and workload capability, because I knew that's what I needed for this particular challenge, which is doing heavier, near limit weight, longer rest periods, but I needed to be able to recover pretty substantially in between these rest periods. So doing it this way, as I was getting to rep 50, I don't think it would have been a good idea for me to do many more reps. I could feel my form starting to get off. Definitely fatigue was kicking in on the lower back, and specifically the lower back. The core was hanging in there all right, but that's what I did to prep for it, and I think it really paid off, because without that kind of training, I don't think there's any way I could have done this. But as it was with this, and with the rep scheme that I did, the EMOM cluster set for basically an hour, it really worked out great, and I was able to maintain that work output for a very substantial length of time. To be able to do probably my max right now would, I'd say, be like between 565 and 585 potentially, and to be able to work fairly close to that for an hour, I think is pretty darn good, and it's a testament to how well this structure works and training up for it. So if you have any questions about this lift challenge or any of the training I did to prepare for it, definitely ask me questions below or send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer them for you.